Happy 2024. This is Ebony B on YouTube. Welcome to Tap Into Your Mental. Check it out. I am trying this year. Like, I have a new poster up and everything. So, let's talk about it. Let's chat. I have wine today again. Let's just talk about different ways or our healing process. My topics are relationship. A relationship not just based on your partner, your spouse. It could be a family member, a relationship with a family member. It can be a relationship with coworkers. It can be a relationship um just with friends, your best friend, your confidant. It's a relationship. How does that affect your mental? How does your relationship affect your healing? You can grieve. You can grieve in a relationship. Grief simply means that you have lost. And there's a lot of relationships out here that are lost. So that's one of the topics I want to really just get into. Priorities. Priorities. What are your priorities? Listen, we live in this life and we don't have priorities. We don't know what's important to us. We don't know what comes first, what comes second, because we don't know how to I'm not gonna say take notes of our life, but kind of like put our life in perspectives. Down the line, you gotta know what you want. You gotta know where you're going. You gotta know what you're doing. Cause sometimes you get lost if you don't. You have to have priorities in your household. So that is one that I would love to talk about. Empathy. Empathy really just means the ability to understand and show feelings towards others. Empathy. Listen, I have it bad. My feelings are deep and they're strong when it comes to others. I'm always trying to understand when I even don't understand. Okay? Apathy. For those, that just simply means the ability or the lack of understanding. When you don't understand, you don't want to understand, and you just don't have that feeling. It's not there. I know a lot of people like that. So today, I have quite a few we want to talk about. Let's get into it. Let's chop it up. Thank you guys for coming on the third episode. This is my fourth. This is my fourth episode, and I really appreciate all of the likes, the comments. Please, please, please go subscribe. Please comment. Tell me what you want to talk about, and we can do that. Please like. I love the likes. I see a lot of views, but not enough likes. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing first. My new year, my January 1st, was pretty hard for me. This is my first year not having my daughter. Pretty hard. Like I tell you guys, I'm used to the closeness that we had. So I was in a stage, and that's another thing I want to talk about. Different stages, like different stages that we go through in life. It's not just a loss or grief. We're going through a lot of stages because this world becoming a lot. It's becoming a lot. But yeah, so my yesterday, which was January 1st, was pretty heavy for me to a point where I had to reflect. I had to meditate. I had to pray. Um it was a lot, and I understood, but I didn't understand. But today is a better day, and today we're going to move on. We're going to start with our relationship. And the reason why I mentioned yesterday is because my relationship was tested on yesterday, because when I'm going through something, and check this out, you guys, when I'm going through something and I feel like you don't have empathy for me, not empathy, but empathy for me, that means you don't understand, you have lack of, you don't have feelings, then I have a problem. Why do I have a problem? I don't know. And I'm going to explain that too. Because I can't get mad about how the next person feel, whether we in a relationship or not. I had to literally meditate on that and pray on it, because how I feel might not be how my husband feel. And that's why I say, how does the relationship affect your mental? I was the big D on yesterday. This is my first year bringing in the New Year's without my baby girl. So I'm angry. I'm mad. I'm feeling sorry for myself. And when you don't display my feelings, it kind of throws me back. But I had to understand, everybody don't feel the same. Everybody don't feel the same. We don't grieve the same. We don't heal the same. We don't do the same. But in my heart, when it first, when you first wake up and you feeling heavy, you expect your mate to be, hey, I'm feeling heavy. We gonna feel heavy together. We gonna do this together. And that's not always the case. Even when you happy, your mate cannot be happy. When you sad, your mate don't have, they could be doing their thing. They could be happy. So yesterday I had to really tap into my mental and kind of like dial it back some and think about it. So when I say relationships, I'm basically saying, like, it doesn't matter who it is. How does your relationship affect you? Because we all go through something with somebody. That is just a fact. It can be a parent, it can be your husband, it can be your wife, it can be your kids, but it's a relationship. So I'm trying to see, like, how can I heal from a broken relationship? How can I heal from a relationship that does not understand my understandings? I'm trying to figure it out. What y'all trying to do? What we trying to talk about? Because in the comments, I would love to know, like, what do you do in your relationship? How do you overcome the broken part of it? Because like I said, if I'm sad, that don't mean I want you to be sad, but I do want you to feel empathy for me. I do want you to kind of understand where I'm coming from. Have the ability to say, babe, I understand, or friend, I understand, or sister, I understand. It won't happen all the time. It would not happen all the time. And I get that. I get it. But when you say you're in a relationship with somebody, to me, that means we're bonded together some kind of way. And even if you have to turn down a little bit to meet your to meet your person, why not? I'm guessing. I'm not that, and I don't want to overspeak or whatever the case may be. I don't want nobody to feel as if I'm sad, you got to be sad with me, but kind of understand, oh, let me, I call her back, or, I'll check on her later because I know that she's feeling a certain kind of way, and not just hammer the nail. I think that's what it is for me. On yesterday, I was a wreck, and I took a lot of anger out because I just felt as if I didn't have the same emotions in the household, the same feelings from my spouse. It was deep. It was heavy. It was heavy. It was heavy. I'm trying to find a way, because I'm going to be honest. I've been reading. I've been watching TV. I've been doing a lot of stuff, and I know that a grieving couple goes through a lot. They would not grieve the same, and they would not heal the same, as I said before. But it can cause friction in the household. Because if I don't feel like being bothered, that's not a good day. And if you don't feel like being bothered, that's not a good day. And how often does grieving parents or people that are grieving the loss of someone, or even going through financial hardships or life itself, how often do you guys just stop and say, you know what, let's work on it together? Or do you get angry? Or do you lash out? Or do you do the things that normal people do in life? There are so many people out here that do not make it once they have lost a child. And the reason why, and once again, I'm not a counselor, I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm just telling you what I know. Oh, some facts. I don't know about all facts. They don't make it because of the different emotions. Empathy. When one person needs it and the other person doesn't have it, it becomes friction in the household. And the anger becomes overbearing. And the nagging becomes overwhelming. That is why I say it is very important to have a conversation. And that is why I say it's very important for us to talk about it. I am here to talk about whatever you guys would like to talk about. And that is one, because I am trying to maintain my relationship in my own household. I don't hide nothing from nobody. I'm here to be truthful as possible. It is hard. It is hard. There are plenty of people that have lost kids or a child, but they have other kids in the household, or they have other things going on in their lives. Some of us overwork, some of us lay down and don't want to get up. And once again, it causes problems in the household. It causes problems in your relationships. That's just like having a friend who you think that will be there for you or understand you, even though they not the person that's going through the death or whatever they're going through. We expect our friends and we expect our families to be hand in hand, but that's not the case all the time. So do we bear off, be to ourselves, or do we have an understanding that everything can't be how we expect things to be? Do your friend remain your friend? Do your spouse remain your spouse even though you're going through hard times and they're not? Or they don't understand the hard times because they're not going through that? I have a loving family. I have loving friends. I have a loving husband. But I am here to tell you it is rough. Being in a relationship when you're trying to heal is rough. It's rough. Healing in a relationship can come in different ways. You could be healing from an abusive relationship. We talked about this. Like, if my friend was abused in her relationship or his relationship, because men get abused just as well as women, if either one was abusing it, and I don't understand it. I don't know what it, I hadn't came from it. I wouldn't know what to say and what to do, but I do know that that's a friend. I'm going to have empathy because that's my friend. I'm going to be there with her, walking hand in hand him hand in hand in healing and going through the process of, let's get through this together. What can I do? What can I do to help you? My next topic, you guys, priorities. Listen, you know me, I like to come close when I'm really talking about it. What comes first? What's your life priorities? What do priority mean to you? Um, when I look down, I be thinking, because 2024, I am a priority. 2024, I come first. Not saying that I don't love people, not saying that, you know, I don't have respect for others, or people don't, it's not a part of my everyday. They are. But I come first. I'm making myself a priority. You know, we have kids, we have parents, once again, we have friends, and we tend to make everybody first. We tend to wake up, turn over to the spouse, say good morning. Do you need some breakfast? You know, we normally do that. Men, women, we normally wake up, get the kids ready for school, feed them, get them off, you know. When are we going to become a priority? How do you prioritize? I'll be trying to get it together, but how do we prioritize our household? What comes first? What is important? Pay your rent. That's important. Pay your bills. That's important. Take care of yourself. More important to me. Because if I'm not healthy, if I'm not together, then I can't work on the job and I can't pay the bills. I know what y'all saying. We got the kids. They important. They number one. Well, guess what? If you don't take care of yourself, who gonna take care of them kids? Who gonna take care of them? So when I say priorities, you should always make it about you first. Then you can help others. Listen, I am going to be honest. My priorities was my daughter. Everything was first. Listen, when I first moved into my own home, she had the bigger room because it was in the back of the house. And I was like, hey, I don't want nobody to come in on her. She needs her own bathroom. Everything was her first. Even down to if I'm sick, I make sure if she got to play or whatever she got to do, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna get it done. But as she got older, even she would say, Mama, you need to take care of you first. You need to make sure you're doing what you have to do first. I'm good. I'm straight. I'm okay. And I didn't understand it until now. You know, we get up, we make all these resolutions during the new year. We prioritize our household. We get it together then. We got to cook this. We got to do this. We got to do that. What about you? What about yourself? Make yourself number one. Then you fall into suit. Yes, we do have to pay bills in this world. Yes, we have to make sure the car is running in this world. But we also got to make sure we're running in this world. So, you know, we talked about self-love and how we can build ourselves up. Well, that's a priority. Building yourself up is a priority. Making sure your household is straight once you together is a priority. We gotta do better for 2024, as we say. We gotta make sure that we're living for 2024, as we say. So I do want to get into stages. Okay. The stage of my life. The stage of my life is I want to go down the line, and first I want to make my podcast to where it is seen and heard. I want us to all connect. I want us to tap into our mental space. I'm going to say space because that's what it is. It stores in our brain and it's taking up space. It's the mental space. My stages are I am grieving, healing, trying to find peace, trying to talk to others, trying to help others grieve, heal, and be in a better mental space. We are all going through something. I don't care who you are. We are all going through something. So at this point, we need to write down, what stage am I in? What stage are you in? Are you happy in your life? Or are you doing what you want to do in your life? Are you working the job that you want to work in your life? If not, then you conditioning yourself to what? You doing what? No, I'm not where I want to be. I have these different stages that I'm going through. But then on this side, I need to get it together so we can all meet. And then my stages become where I want them to be or what I want them to be. I tell you all the time, even if you're having a hard time in your relationship, excuse me, even if you're having a hard time at work, or if you having a hard time with the big D, these are all stages that people go through, so you're not alone, but you have to figure them out. I am trying to figure me out. It's not going to happen overnight. Trust me, I done blinked and stomped my feet and did the wishing and praying. It's not going to happen overnight. I have, and this is crazy because I don't do goals or resolutions and stuff like this. But 2024, when I walked through my door January 1st, I knew that it was a new, I'm not going to say me, because I'm still the same me and I'm okay with me. But I knew that my life has changed in a certain way. So for this particular year, I need to sway a certain kind of way, especially if I am looking for healing or to have my mental in a state where I can be acceptance of myself. Sometimes when we're going through mental illness, we don't accept ourselves. And that is how it becomes very easy to harm ourselves. When you is going, you can display all the smiles. I do it every day. You can display all the happiness. You can look like you up the par, but in the inside, it's totally different. It's totally different. You got to be honest with yourself. What are your stages? Say them out. Write them out. Talk to somebody about your stages in your life. Now, if you're doing good, you know what I told you last time. If you're doing good, you let me know. You let me know what your stages are. You let me know how can I get at that piece. Because I can't be you. I can't have what you have going down the line. I have to find my own. But you let me know. Because I would love to know how to have a peaceful stage in my life. Right now, peace is important. Peace for me is important. I have spoken on peace so many times, and it will always be important to me, because if I don't have the peace, then I don't have the mental, then I don't have myself. That's just the God honest truth, and I'm just being totally honest with you guys. I haven't had it in a while, And it does affect me in a lot of ways, because at the end of the day, me not having the peace that I need, I can't sleep. Half of the time I can't eat. Half of the time I can't think. Half of the time I can't even remember. So that is why I say my stages compared to the things that I need and I want on this side, they gotta go together, and they gotta fit. They gotta fit in order for me to find that peace. Remember, you guys, we got empathy. Empathy is also, you can't get mad at nobody that doesn't have feelings. I wish sometime I didn't have feelings. I'm gonna be honest. Yes, I'm being honest. I wish I woke up and didn't have a feeling in this world sometimes, but I do. So we can't get mad about those who have lack of, even though it comes natural that we get angry. Don't let your spouse be sitting over there and ain't got no feelings going on, and you over all up in your feelings. Then it becomes anger. Okay? But we gotta think about it. Everybody ain't made the same. Everybody don't do what everybody do. Everybody don't say what everybody say. If you have empathy in your heart, that's a blessing. Trust me, it's a blessing. It's a burden sometimes, and it's a blessing. And the reason why I say it's a burden, because sometimes when you don't want to have the feelings and you have them there, here you go. I got to help this person, take care of that person, be there for this person. And you didn't, and check these out. I'm using all these topics. And you didn't use yourself as a priority. You didn't make yourself first. You didn't make yourself first. But you're taking care of everybody else because you got that empathy. You're doing for others because empathy. But then get mad when they don't feel the same. We can't do that. Can't do that. You guys, I enjoy talking to you. I would love for you to comment and let me know some topics you would like to talk about. I based this podcast each week off some of the things that I go through, and everything that I just said, it's all me. Every word, every topic, it is all me. I don't know if you guys know Plies, but I posted him yesterday, I think yesterday or today, and he was like, 2024 is me, not him, not her, not they, not we, but me. Guess what? I'm on that train. I'm on that train, because if I don't be on that train with me, it stops at the stop sign, and I don't want it to. It stops. I want to keep going. I want to keep going. And I want all of, I want, when I say all, whoever is listening right now today, I want you guys trying to keep going. Make it about you. Them kids ain't want for nothing. Y'all know it. Y'all know them kids don't want for nothing. Y'all good people. You know good and well you taking care of your kids. But I'm here to tell you now, and it's the same as I told you on episode 3. Who's going to love you but you? Like you. So prioritize. Put yourself at the top of the list this year. I don't know why I feel like for 2024, it would not be as rough as 2023. I have that feeling that we are in this world going to get a little better than we were last year. And I am normally not that one who sit back and talk about the years and the dates and the time, because when people say, well, how you feel on your birthday? And I was like, and I always be like, well, I felt the pain and the hurt like I felt yesterday. So, I'm not that person. But when I was going through what I was going through on yesterday, once I snapped out of it, once I meditated, gave myself over, prayed, something in my heart said, whatever you want to do, you can do this year. That you're going to be wide open, you're going to be able to, you're going to be capable. You just got to put yourself first, and you got to put yourself in there. It's like putting yourself into a fight. You got to get in it. You got to get all the way in it. You got to have people to understand you and you understand them. That's what the relationship's about. You know, like, hey, are you gonna keep your relationship with your friends this year, your spouse this year, even down to your parents this year? Who knows? But I always know that you're important. You come first. I always tell my husband, I say, I have a box. And in my box is basically what's in my life. I don't know the lady down the street. I don't know what's in her box. I don't know what's in her life. I don't. I can't tell you nothing about what goes on in somebody else's box. If you understand what I'm saying. I cannot. I can only tell you what goes on in this one. Who I have in this box. So, you guys, tap into your mental this week. Let's talk about it. Let's chat it up. Let's be honest with ourselves. Let's figure out what is it that we can do to, I don't know, wake up in a better headspace. Because when I woke up yesterday, the headspace was off. Okay, I don't mean to keep mentioning yesterday, January 1st, but the headspace was off. I'm human. The headspace was off. I knew what to do to kind of ease my mind. You know, even with taking something, I did not take nothing to calm me down. I took a 3-hour bath now. I'm good at that. I'm good at sitting down, meditating. You know, I love water. Water, for some reason, calms me down. But find your peace. Find that one for you. Find that relationship for you. Find that person that understands you. Find that person that knows that you're a priority just like they are a priority. I would never dim the light of no other. Never. If you think you the number one, baby, I love it. Because you are. You are. I am. They is. Who? They're number one. But in your box, who are you? Who are you? Thank you guys for listening. I enjoyed talking to you guys. I am going to tap into my mental once again. I will talk to you next week. Please like, comment, subscribe, thumb me up, please. And I will see you next week. Bye.